Your Grace, ladies and gentlemen, mi chiamo Bono. My name is Bono. I am very sorry not to be with you today, but my day job is keeping me very busy at the moment. U2 are touring the United States, but we are coming to the beautiful country that you live in later in the year, so looking forward to that. I'm very, very honored to be speaking with you today, and here's why. Gathered in this room, you will remember that there once was an alliance between the music community and the faith community that was very special. Indeed, the Catholic Church was at the center of this. The movement was called Jubileo 2000 Cancel il debito. If I pronounce that right, it was Jubilee 2000, drop the debt. I'm sure you remember it. It really was a fantastic and important moment in so many of our lives. Debt cancellation to start the new millennium. A very graceful idea, I believe a God-given idea, and it was an idea that was so powerful that people worked together across ideologies, across oceans, and actually made it real, made it happen. And you guys raised your voices and led a global Jubilee movement. And together, we all made politicians who are normally not interested in this stuff pay attention, and more importantly, take action. And this action made some real differences. For example, I think it's nearly 100 billion of African debts were cancelled. That's globally 126 billion debts cancelled. Resources that were freed up to put kids in school, countless kids in school, to improve healthcare. And that campaign, it sort of created a wider movement, a sort of non-partisan transatlantic support group that went beyond debt relief to demand better, smarter aid for the poorest people in the world. And we believe this was the realization of the Catholic Church's social justice teachings. Other churches too. It's an amazing moment. 57 million more kids in school on the continent of Africa. More than 9 million Africans and 13.5 million people globally now have access to AIDS medicine. This is extraordinary. 3 million fewer children are dying every year of preventable, treatable causes. Wow. So here's my question for you. Does people around you know this? Who knows this? Have any of us really stopped to ponder on this, to meditate on it? Because I think it's incredibly important that the Catholic Church knows what was accomplished with its leadership, because I believe this can help inspire us to do that kind of stuff again. We can have a rebirth of that movement now. Wouldn't that be great? That together, as one world, one human family, that we could build on the success of Jubilee 2000, that we could support the renewed Jubilee that His Holiness Pope Francis and Cardinal Turkson are calling for, that left and right, wealthy and poor, all peoples, all religions, could work as one on these kinds of things. One human family with food for all. You know what I'm talking about. This is really important stuff, and to all of you gathered today, I know it is, but if you wouldn't mind passing a message, a humble message to His Holiness, to Pope Francis, who I'm a huge fan of, who isn't? But Pope Francis, your solidarity with the most vulnerable has really inspired me and so many of us. Beyond words, beyond music. And we want to work with you, for you on this. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. I'm ready to march. I'm ready to take on the structures of power and indifference that trap the poorest in poverty, inequality, and hunger. This is a message the G7 and all world leaders must hear. As you know, in the next few weeks, the G7 leaders meet in Germany, African leaders meet in Johannesburg, then all nations meet in Addis Ababa to decide how this extraordinary amount, trillions of dollars of aid, will be spent over the next 15 years. At the moment, only 1/3 of aid goes to the poorest nations, and corruption sucks these scarce funds, sucks food and medicines away from the poorest people on the planet. They have to tackle corruption. It will change. Things are changing. But if we can find the funds to empower the world's poorest, especially girls and women, then things really will change. If we support their struggle to end poverty and hunger, we can all lead a life of dignity. It's all our dignity that's at stake, is it not? Thank you so much for listening. I know you don't have to, but thank you for letting me in for this moment. God bless you.